Well, chums, I'm back inside of the spatial anomaly. Now, this is 10:40 in UK time, and it looks like the bar has gone yellow. So it looks like the mission is now completed. When I say the mission, I do mean Expedition Phase 5, Acquire the Myth Beacon. We can now do that, apparently. So let's head on over, and let's see if we can pick it up. I kind of half expected it to be right there. Okay, I'll just keep pressing R1 until we get to consumables. There it is. 80 quicksilver. We've got more than enough. We only need the one. It doesn't really make a sound like you've actually purchased it. It made a little tinkling noise. Well, there we go. Done. We've now got the Myth Beacon. Right, so we should be able to press on a bit. So I've already done my best tips of getting to this stage, which, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link up there. Be sure to go and hit on that one, I guess. Righto. And let's see what else we've got down here then. Deploy the Myth Beacon. Okay. Right. So, it says do it out in the galactic map. So don't do it in here. Yeah, no. Do it in the galactic map like it says. So we're going to fly on it. Apollo has located the... Okay. And it says, in space, consult the galactic map. I don't think you can access your inventory from the galactic map. So here we go. Let me have a look. NADA has detected a renegade pattern emerging from the stories of the Gek, Korvax and Vy'keen. The collected efforts of the Traveller have produced a definitive map of these historical anomalies, which Polo has used to configure the Myth Beacon. Deploy the Myth Beacon and track the renegade Echo. Right. And then this text says, Polo has located a suitable deployment of the Myth Beacon in space. Consult the galactic map to locate the Echo source. I don't think it's going to do anything. Oh, okay. All right. Maybe I was wrong. There it is. Okay, right. Well, you know what? I'm going to go aboard my freighter. And hopefully the galactic map is still going to work from there, obviously. But it is... I would have thought I would have had to have activated the dang thing. Deploy Myth Beacon. I'm going to do it. I don't think I should have done that. I think I might have to go and buy another one. Because that didn't do much, did it? I don't think. I think you've got to use the Myth Beacon at the location it tells you to. I think I need to go buy another one. Don't do that! Okay, chums, let's do those steps again, shall we? So here we go. Create items from Quicksilver, and all I'm doing is pressing R1 to go across on these until you get to like the consumables. I'm buying another one of those. Lucky I had quite a lot of, Quicksilver. And to get myself to the freighter's bridge that little bit quicker rather than going to my ship and flying into my freighter, I'm just going to use a teleporter up here. I didn't think of doing that before. Mainly because I forgot that my ship does not have warp capability. Yes, I haven't got a warp drive for my spaceship. Heck no, just my freighter. So we'll be using this. Lovely jobs. And your bases. And we're going on to there. Lovely job. Okay. Cool. We've arrived at Cated aboard my freighter. We've now got a teleporter, which takes me a little way from the actual place I need to be. And I'm lost. I can get lost in a freaking lift. Okay, right, here we go. Let's head on over here. That's the first time I've walked to my freighter. Okay, right, there we go. Since I put in a teleporter. And we're jumping there. There we go. Meow! How comes I'm looking at my freighter from this direction? What the It's been upside down. Now it's flipped around the right way. Oh, I just flew in reverse, people. Okay, alright. Well, that was unusual, wasn't it? Okay. And it should say here, Polo has reached the Echo source. Okay. So still not to deploy it yet. So, yeah. Definitely don't do what I did earlier. There we go. Let's head on out then. Coolio. Zoom. And... we've got a logo that looks a little bit like the Atlas on a planet. Okay, let's go. Zoom. All your base belong to me. What the flying fudge? Who would name it such a thing? I'll see you down there. Okay, let's head on down. Wow. Now, I honestly didn't think that the progress would move so fast on this progress bar. But then I was thinking, well, maybe... Oh, hold on. I think this is where we're going to be. Here. Maybe they want to make this unlock during N7 day. Because N7 is like a celebration November 7th. So it makes sense for it to unlock on November 7th. Rather than, I thought it was going to be 30% per day, because that's what we've seen in the last 24 hours. But that has sped up. And maybe it is actually tied to community efforts. I'm not too sure. Okay, right. I think I'm in the right place. Deploy the myth beacon from your inventory. Yes! There we go. Calling home. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh! Something's happening over there. Something's happening. Boom! That's pretty darn cool. And the fact that it took place in front of one of these boundary failures makes me think there's a little bit to these boundary failures for future, you know what I mean? But then again, this happened many eons ago, and these have yet to be given a function outside of this. But what a magical moment in No Man's Sky history for something from Mass Effect to appear. That is pretty darn cool. Right, what's left then? Let's grab that. Runaway mold. 600 nanites. Seize the sword. Okay. Deploy... What? I don't understand. Ah! Return to your starship and follow the signal. Okay, I'm on my way. Trying. God, I move so slow right now. Okay. Let's go. Sweet. Make contact with the ship. We're pretty darn close. I'd imagine if you was in a Corvette right now, you could probably jump out the back of the damn thing and sort of get some really nice photos next to this. In the planet's surface. That'd be cool. Okay. There we go. Sweet. Yeah, add to fleet, mate. Frickin' add to fleet. There we go. Track the Renegade Echo. I'm now the proud owner of a Normandy for the second time. Nice. And I had done this from the title screen. If I was to load into another save, I'd be able to claim it on that other save as well. Now, I probably will play this through again, but from the console inside the Spatial Anomaly, and I'll do tips on what to take with you and give my best tips in doing it as fast as possible, whereas my other video was best tips to sort of not give many spoilers, but to just help you with the most tedious. And claim. There we go. And that's the expedition completed. Right, okay. Well, that's that. That's done. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to land just to make a save. And I'm going to be quitting out and just showing you how long this actually took me to do. Just to give you an idea on time. Okay, so how long did this take me? It took me 3 hours and 39 minutes to do. Now, just the other day when this first started, that down there did say 2 weeks. It is now 10 days, so it wasn't quite a full 14 days to start off with. It was something like, what, 12 days or something? Just shy. So just be aware it's not a full 2 weeks as first expeditions. The other ones will be, but this one was slightly shorter. So you might want to get in and try and get this done as quickly as possible. Considering there is that one milestone in here where you've got to catalogue uncharted systems. The longer you leave this, the harder that's going to be. However, somebody inside of my tip said, if you disconnect your network cable, then nothing is discovered. You can discover everything. And then after you've managed to get them all in, plug back in your network cable. Haven't tried it myself, but if you are struggling with that one, it could be a good tip. Right, anyway, thank you very much for watching. That's the tips for the last 3 encrypted milestones. Salutamondo. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again.
Out towards the galactic center. Captain Steve, Captain Steve.